Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video I will be showing you how to make a cable stitch scarf. It's a very easy pattern, easy stitch once you get going, okay? Really trying to pump out these scarf videos for you guys so that you can get them made in time for the holidays. So let's get to it. Things you will need include 1 cake of yarn. This is by Yarn Bee Sugar Will. It's Strawberry Squish. I can't find it online, but I will leave a link to one by, I think it's Bernat Pop. That's similar to this. You can check that out. They also have other colors, so maybe you'll find a colorway that you prefer more than what you see, or even more than this one, but I really like this one. You will need a pair of scissors, a darning weaving tapestry needle to weave in the tails, and this yarn right here calls for a 5.5 millimeter US hook. You guys know I like to go a little bit bigger, so I'm going to be using a size J 6 millimeter US hook. Let's get to the pattern. So we're going to start out by creating a slip knot. We'll wrap it around, twist, exchange. Wrap this around the finger, pull this one over that one and off your finger while lifting up on the one that's still on your finger. Insert your crochet hook and pull to tighten. Okay, so the multiple for this scarf is a multiple of 4 plus 2. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 times 4, which is 16 plus 2, and that will take me to 18 chains. So now I'm going to chain out 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I have my 18 chains. And now I'm going to work single crochets. Okay, so I'm going to work my first single crochet in the second chain from the hook. I always like to point out when the yarn is kind of dark. Alright, so here's the hook, obviously. Here's the first chain from the hook. Here's the second chain from the hook. Okay, you guys see that? The second chain from the hook. So I'm going to put my first single crochet in there. You can go in 1 loop or you can grab 2 loops. I think I'll just go into 1 this time. Yarn over, pull through to the front, 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2. Or drop everything like I just did. Yarn over, go through 2, okay? And just put 1 single crochet into every stitch across. Alright, I will meet you once I get to the end of this row, or string of chains, if you will. Alright, see you there. Alright, so I have made my way across, okay? I have actually crocheted 17 single crochets, and then that 1 chain that was left by crocheting into the second chain from the hook, that's my 18th stitch, okay? Alright, now for the next row, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn my work. This chain 3 will count for that very first stitch of this row, okay? Or the last stitch of the previous row, alright? So now I'm going to skip the next single crochet, which is there. That's the top of the next single crochet. I'm going to skip that one. So let me show you. Remember, this chain 3 counts for that one. I'm going to skip that one. And in these next 3, 1, 2, 3 single crochets, I'm going to put a double crochet, okay? So chain 3 for that one, skip that one, and in this one right here, that's where I'm going to put my double crochet. 1, 2, okay? For those of you who have forgotten or don't know how to make a double crochet, you yarn over, slice the icing off the top of the cake like that, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And the next one, do it again, yarn over, slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Alright, so now this is when I make the cable stitch. So it's a double crochet, but basically all I'm going to do is go back to that one single crochet that I skipped way back there, 4 stitches back. So I will yarn over, take my hook and go all the way back to that single crochet that I did not enter before. Slice the icing off the top of the cake. See how you can see it there? Okay, it's on the hook there. Okay, now I'll yarn over, pull through to the front, give myself slack, okay, so that the yarn stretches back across like that. And now complete the double crochet. Yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Alright, and now I'm going to repeat the pattern. So this is the next stitch, and I'm going to skip it. But in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to put a double crochet. So 1, next one, 2, next one, 3. Okay, now I'm going to repeat what I just did. In that single crochet that I skipped back there, now I'm going to put that cable stitch. Now I'm going to make that double crochet. I'm just going to go back to that skip stitch. So I yarn over, take my crochet hook, go all the way back to slice the icing off the top of the cake of that stitch that I skipped before. Yarn over and pull through to the front like that. Now I want to give myself slack, okay, so it's not pulling on my work. And now I have the 3 loops, 1, 2, 3. I yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2 to complete the double crochet. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time, and then I will check back in once I get to a lighter part of the yarn, because I know this might be difficult for some of you guys to see. Okay, so this is the next stitch. I can see that that is in that stitch right there, so this is the next one, so I'm skipping that. And then the next 3 I'm going to put a double crochet. So skip 1, and then in this one double crochet, and in the next 2 1 double crochet. Alright, now it's time for the cable stitch. Basically it's just the double crochet that goes back. So yarn over, go back to the skipped single crochet like that, get it on your hook, yarn over, pull through to the front, give yourself slack, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, skip, and then here in the next 3 put 1 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3 like that. And now I'm going to make that cable stitch. So yarn over, go back to the skipped single crochet, yarn over, pull through to the front, give myself slack, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2. And then in this final turning chain, that's where we're just going to put a double crochet. So just get into that turning chain on the end. Just get in there where you can and make a double crochet. Okay, and this is what you have. As I said, I know it might be difficult to see right now because of the color of the yarn. So I'm going to work on this a little bit, and then I'll check back in. And for those of you who couldn't follow me because of the color of the yarn, you'll be able to get it a little bit later. So it'll be a matter of seconds for you. See you soon. Alright, so I'm picking up pretty much where I left off. I just finished a row where I'm doing the cable, right? Okay, and I'm in a lighter color now, so that's why I pop back on. So at this point, you chain 1, you turn your work. Alright, that chain 1 counts for that double crochet that we ended with. Now we just put 1 single crochet into every stitch across. So we go into the next stitch right there, slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front, 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2. Next one, do the same thing, and you just keep repeating, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch. Just slice the icing, slice the icing, slice the icing, slice the icing, and so on and so forth. Make sure you don't skip any, okay? If it's hard for you to figure out what's the next one, look at the tops. That's the next one right there. Then that one is the next one. Then that one right there is the next one. Okay? That one's the next one. That one right there is the next one. And then this is the next one. That's the second to last one. And then the last one is actually the top chain of that chain 3. So just get in there, that top chain, and put a single crochet. Okay? Now we're going to go back, switch to the other row where we started with the chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Okay. This chain 3 counts for that last single crochet that we made. And remember, with this row, we always skip the next one, and then we put a double crochet in the one thereafter. So chain 3 for that one, skip this one, and then this third single crochet, that's where we put our double crochet. Now we put 1 double crochet in the next 2, so that we have 3 double crochets consecutively. Okay? So once again, the chain 3 counts for the single crochet on the end. We skip 1, and then in the next 3 we put 1 double crochet. Now after we've created those 3 consecutive double crochet, we go back and put a double crochet in the one that we skipped. So we yarn over, go back into the single crochet, slicing the icing. You can see the top of the stitch right there, right? Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay, now yarn over, pull through to the front, giving yourself slack. If it gets caught, just undo it and try it again. Don't get frustrated. Yarn over, slice the icing, yarn over, pull through to the front. 3 loops, giving yourself slack, right? 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go through 2. 1, 2. Yarn over, go through 2. 1, 2. And that creates the cable, okay? Now we have to skip a stitch. Now you might be wondering, what's the next stitch? Well, you can see that there's a double crochet in that stitch, right? So this is the next one. That's the one we're going to skip right there. So this is the one we're going to crochet into. Okay? So put a double crochet. And now this is where we need 3 consecutive double crochets. So we're going to put 1 double crochet in the next 2. So that's the second one. And then this one will be the third one. Okay. Remember, you always skip 1 so that you can do the cable. So you can make a double crochet that goes back to the one you skipped. So now yarn over, go to the back. Yarn over, pull through to the front. 3 loops, give yourself a little slack. Yarn over, go through 2. 1, 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Okay? This one is in there. So this is the next one, but we skip it and we put our next double crochet in there. And then we put 1 more double crochet in the next 2 so that we have 3 consecutive double crochets. Now that we've made our 3 consecutive double crochets, we need to go back into the one we skipped. So yarn over and make your cable stitch, that double crochet that goes to the back. Okay, and that's how you're getting the cable. Alright, we'll continue until we get to the end. So that double crochet is in that one. So this is the next stitch, which we skip. That's going to be the one that we go back to, remember? So that's why we skip it. But this is the next one that we actually put a double crochet into, the one thereafter. And remember, you always want to have 3 consecutive double crochets, so we have to put 1 double crochet in the next 2 to make a total of 3 consecutive double crochets. Okay? Now we have our 3 consecutive double crochets, so we can make our cable stitch. So you can go back now to that one. So yarn over, go back to it, slice the icing off the top of the cake, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And on the end here, that's where that chain 1 is. You just put a double crochet into that turning chain, or the chain 1. Okay? Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay? So this is how you create this pattern. You're just going to keep on doing this. So I have about this much left, so I still have a ways to go, but I just wanted to show you the pattern in a lighter color. And as you guys can see, it really just makes a beautiful stitch. I really love this cable stitch. Okay, so I'm going to work on this some more, and I will see you once it's time to complete it. See you there. Alright, so working with an even lighter part of the yarn, I'm going to show you again. So you chain 1, turn your work. Now I know some of you are wondering, how many stitches are you making when you go across your row? How many ever stitches you chained out? For me that was 18, because it was 4 times 4, which is 16 plus 2, 18. That's how many you should be maintaining across. Okay, this chain 1 counts as 1, and it counts for that double crochet on the end, which is why it's coming out of it. Okay, so the next stitch, remember this row is a row of just single crochet, so the next stitch is 2. Next one is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and don't forget the top chain of that chain 3. That's the 18. Okay? Alright, now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn your work again. So this is the row where we make the cables. You always crochet in the 3rd single crochet from the edge. So this chain 3 counts for the one right on the edge. 1, 2, 3. That's the 3rd one from the edge. You guys see that? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Essentially, you're skipping that 2nd one and working into the 3rd one. The reason that you skip the 2nd one is because you're going to go back, creating the cable to crochet into it. Okay, so 3 double crochets consecutively. Okay, there are 3. And now we make the cable. Yarn over, go back into that one, pull through like that, grabbing the yarn and pulling it through to the front, 3 loops. Give yourself a little slack, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Alright, now you want to skip one, so this single crochet is occupied, so skip that one and go in the one thereafter to start your 3 consecutive crochets again. So 1, next stitch, 2, next stitch, 3. Next stitch, go back to the one you skipped, creating the cable. Okay, that one's occupied, skip. The one thereafter, start your 1. I just want to show you, make sure you have an available single crochet to go back into. Okay, 2, next stitch, 3, next stitch, go back for the 4. Let me show you what happens if you don't skip a stitch. Say you start your, 1, 2, and 3. And then you say, okay, for the 4, time to go back, but there's no stitch available for me to go back into. Why? Because this one is occupied by that one, and this one is occupied by that one. Oh, I forgot to skip a stitch. Okay. So then you would just take it out and do it correctly. So occupied, skip. The next one thereafter is where I start my 3 consecutive. 1, 2, 3. And then for the 4, go back into the one I skipped. Grabbing the yarn, bringing it forward like that, and completing that double crochet to create the cable. Very important that you don't forget that chain 1 on the end. It's lying pretty flat, you guys, because it's just one chain, okay? But just get in there, okay? See the chain now? It's lying flat, so just stick your crochet hook in there. Double crochet, yarn over, there's that chain, and then we make our double crochet, okay? So you should be maintaining the number of stitches that you chained out at the beginning, if you're wondering. Now at the end I'm going to show you something that you can do to create a little cool design. Alright, I'll see you shortly. Alright you guys, so I am done. Notice that I ended with a row of single crochets just to try to create symmetry. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a symmetry freak. Alright, so now I'm just going to chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn. Alright, so now I'm going to just fasten off. Grab my darning weaving tapestry needle that I told you would need. I'm going to weave in this tail. So just go through the stitches in one direction. Try not to split the yarn, okay? And then once you've gone in one direction, pull it all the way through, but hold the end so it doesn't tug on the actual scarf, and take a slightly different path going back in the other direction, like that, okay? And pull through. And then cut your yarn down without cutting your scarf, because that would be bad. And then just weave in the other tail and you'll be done. But yeah, this is the scarf. Isn't this an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scarf? I love it. So I just wanted to reward you for watching this far along in the video. So this scarf is 5 inches, or about 5 inches wide, and that is about 12.7 centimeters. It's also 71 inches long, and that's about 180 centimeters, okay? And I have this much yarn left from that cake. So if you want, you can make some, I always want to say tassels, you can make some fringe. I have a video showing you how to do that. Check that out if you're interested, but I'm good, okay? So yeah, thank you for watching this far along in the video, and I hope you love this pattern as much as I do. I almost forgot to show you something. Do you guys notice something different in this section right here? Can you guys see it? Okay, I'll give you a hint. Look at the stripes. Look at the cables. Okay. Ah, you do see it now. Okay. So notice that the cables are going like that, right, in this section, but on the other side they're going in the opposite direction, which is why they're converging, right? And here they're going in the opposite direction. If you want to alter the direction of the cables, all you have to do is do 2 consecutive rows of single crochet, and then that'll put you on the back side and you'll be able to control the direction of your cables. So all this time I was going that way, that way, that way, but then I did 2 consecutive rows of single crochet, and now I have them going that way. I thought that would be like a little cool, subtle design to put in here that, you know, pretty much only I will really notice, but I think it's cool to put little cute treasures like that in your work to like personalize it. So, and this will be the part that goes around the neck. So yeah, that's just a little tip, trick, something that you can do with this pattern. Do an extra row of single crochet to alter the direction of the cables, and then when you're ready to return, do it again.